Hello everyone, I am the trainer here at Successful Solutions and we want to do a quick Q&A with you guys. So my name is Brittney Andrade and let's get started. First question, what inspired you to become a state-approved early learning trainer in Washington? So I've worked with all age groups, and so it's kind of a logical jumping point to work with adults, but also I was typically the go-to for lesson plan ideas, how to deal with this behavior, just all of the things in the classroom to support other teachers. And so it kind of made sense for me to pursue it as a career. Next question, what do you think is the most important quality in an early learning educator? Empathy. So we teach children empathy, but I also think that it's a huge quality in educators as well. So empathy for the children, for their families, for other co-workers, just everyone. It's great to have empathy, to understand where they're coming from, feel their feelings, make sure they're heard, all of those things. Next question, how do you keep your trainings engaging for adult learners? So we try to follow what they are interested in. So same thing like in the classroom, you want to get the kids interested. So same thing for adult learners, we want to get them interested. So we're not trying to provide boring trainings by any means. We are trying to provide trainings that you guys are interested in. So topics such as behavior management, maybe we have a course on butterflies and how to incorporate that into the classroom. Just other topics that you guys want to learn about. What challenges do early learning professionals face today? So I'm going to be honest. Pay. I know that's a huge one. That comes from directors, how much funding they are receiving to then pay the educators. Same thing, how much the educators are getting to live off of. So that's a tough one, especially at this time of year. Politics, all of that stuff plays a huge role into it, and funding. How do you tailor your trainings to meet the needs of diverse educators and learning styles? So we have been getting a bunch of questions about why did our training not include audio? So we've updated those. We're working on getting audio for all of them, so it's read to the student, which also helps for people that struggle with reading on their own. We try to incorporate reading as well as videos. Our courses now are text-based, so they can use a web browser reader and translate it to a different language. So we're trying to do everything within our means to support these other learners. How do you stay current with Washington State's licensing requirements and ECE best practices? So we actually partner with DCYF for their childcare basics, and then we attend all the webinars to see the updated licensing and ask as many questions as we can. And then for best practices, honestly, I take trainings constantly. So I want to be as up to date as possible myself to give the best examples and scenarios and what I've learned as well. What is the process like to become an approved trainer in other states? So some states require certain trainings that are only approved in their state. Some states want that work history. So the history that I've been in the classroom, because it's not necessary in most states, but it is logical to have a person training teachers who have also been there. So that's a big thing. And then once I go through the approval process, usually it's an application, fill that out. Sometimes they want annual training from me. So each year I have to do a certain amount of hours. Sometimes I'm lucky and it covers multiple states. Sometimes it's individual. So it all depends. And sometimes the renewal process is like every 3 years, sometimes it's 5 years, etc. How do you support educators beyond the training itself? So my email is always open. I love getting emails from students who have this particular situation and they need some sort of advice. So I do that a lot. I also do PD specialist verification visits for the CDA Council, and I always provide my email, and I'm like, please reach out to me if you guys have any questions, not just like CDA based, like just, do you need an example for a lesson plan? Do you need this? Like, that's my favorite thing to do, is give advice. How do you handle resistance or discomfort during a training? So it's a little bit different now because we are doing online, but when we were in person, we did do a few in-person like conferences, and that was a little bit tougher to make sure you're engaging everyone. I feel like it's a little bit easier online training because you get people that know it's online, so they know they're gonna what their role is, what the requirement is, versus like the people that are too shy to talk in person or share. It's a lot easier to type out your response on that kind of stuff. But also I just work with people. So a lot of the discomfort is students that English is not their first language. So I make sure to reach out to them if I see that they're kind of struggling, and I let them know, please type in a language you're comfortable with. So I think that's also very helpful, and understanding that we are never grading for grammar or spelling. Like I'm not perfect. I'm pretty sure I've said so many times so far. So we just want everybody to be comfortable, but also doing their best work. What advice would you give to someone who wants to become a trainer like me? It is very rewarding. I would say that becoming organized and setting yourself up with a system is going to be the easiest. Like, whether or not you're just doing one state or trying to do multiple states, coming up with a system that's going to make it easy for you to keep track of all that data and keep track of the state requirements. So, and then reviewing that often, going through, making checklists, that kind of stuff. It is fun. I mean, it is a lot of work, but it is fun. I will say that. How do you see the future of early learning in Washington evolving? That is a difficult question, especially this time of year and what's politically going on. I would say I just want it positive. I want there to be a positive experience. I want something positive to come out of all of this. I hope that trainings get better, quality trainings are out there, quality care is out there. Whatever happens, I hope that it's in the best interest of the children, the educators, the families. So that is our last question. So if you guys have any other questions you'd love to ask and get my opinion on, please let us know, comment, and thank you.